Good morning, friends. Prepared Suburbanite back with you once again. I've been watching quite a lot of the podcast coverage and news coverage of the Trump assassination attempt on July 13th. Spent quite a lot of time looking at Dan Bongino, who is a former Secret Service agent, and getting his input and his take on what happened. And been watching a little bit here and a little bit there. Black Scout Survival's doing a great job of uncovering additional videos and things like that. So I'd suggest you, if you want to know more about it, that you go watch Dan Bongino on Rumble and Black Scout Survival here on YouTube. They're both doing a real great job. So the question that I've got in the back of my mind, is this an intentional kind of a thing, or is it really just gross incompetence? I'll be back with my thoughts and opinion on this. The comedy of errors that has been reported in the news, that you may see at the hearings on Capitol Hill, with in the Senate, the House I think is doing some stuff as well, and it seems to be sort of bipartisan, sort of. And they're trying to really look at this. I think they're trying hard to look at it like it's a matter of gross incompetence. There needs to be accountability with the leadership in the United States Secret Service. There's been a number of contentious altercations between some of our congressional members and the leadership of the Secret Service. We're talking Kimberly Cheadle, who is now resigned, but I don't think that her resignation absolves her from any legal guilt. And now we've got the acting director of the Secret Service, Ron Rowe, who has had a couple of run-ins with a few senators on there. And they're basically saying, yeah, it was incompetence, it was, boy, we missed an awful lot, and we shoulda and coulda, woulda, oughta. And I think what's not being addressed and what's not being said, and there's probably a lot of good reasons for why this is not being articulated with responsible journalists that are out there. But was this intentional? Well, here's my opinion. I think it really was intentional. I think they skipped over an awful lot of protocol requirement steps, that they make excuses for the weather, the slope of the roof, communications issues between local law enforcement and the Secret Service Command Center. There's just way too many questions that still have to be asked and answered. I think there is some sinister motives being whirled around in the background. Call them a conspiracy theory all you want, but seems like every time there's a conspiracy theory, give it a month to 6 months and it all turns out to be true. So if I was a betting man, I would be betting on the fact that there was some intentional oversight, intentional incompetence that went on during that Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. I can't think of any other reasonable explanation other than the deep state is trying to do whatever they can to eliminate Donald Trump from chances that he becomes our next president. They've tried impeachment twice. They've tried lawfare. They've tried to convict him on numerous charges. They actually got him on, I guess, 34 counts of fraud, I guess, in New York State. I think that'll be overturned very shortly. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I suspect that that's going to get tossed out based on the total fabrication of the charges and you name it. But when it gets right down to it, they're trying to keep them off the ballots in certain states, and they failed at that. So everything that they've tried to do has actually strengthened Donald Trump's chances of being the victor in this fall's presidential election. The only thing they've got left is to physically remove him from contention, and as this most recent whistleblower from within the Secret Service has said that you can bet that there's going to be another assassination attempt, and that's Trump derangement syndrome to the 10th power right there. Folks need to be listening to what's going on. They need to be aware of what's going on. It's my understanding that Trump is in the process of rescheduling a return visit to Butler, Pennsylvania, so that he could actually finish what he started there on July 13th. And gee, I don't know what else to say, but I think there is some sinister motives going on, and I think we're going to end up finally seeing the light at the end of that tunnel. And you know who's that light at the end of the tunnel? That's Donald Trump driving the train right head on into the deep state. This is the Prepared Suburbanite, and these are my opinions. I'd like to hear your opinion on what you think. Was this just gross incompetence, and what needs to be done about that? Or was there some sort of intentional, sinister motivation behind it? Let me know in the comments down below if you found anything in this that's thought-provoking or that you enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up, share this video where you can, and make sure you're subscribed. This is the Prepared Suburbanite, reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.